Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead, my friend.
I tried to form, the Vector finally. So I went to Conceptual Mass and and I opened Dynamo and tried to, I mean, it's very automatic, but
Can you show me, my friend? Yes. Now, sorry. Yeah. Now you can. Yep. I lost your voice again. It's going down. You failed to load Dynamo, you said? Okay. Yes, sir, I can now. Yep. You didn't see the tower. Yeah, that's normal. Let's do the check. Number one, mistake number one. Did you fix the unit? Hit UN, my sir. You did two mistake, my friend. I'll explain. They are very common. Yeah, just go manage and you already have it open. Okay, just go to millimeter, change that number one, hit OK, hit OK. Go back to your Dynamo. Keep the two screens. Yeah, just move the screen aside so you can see what you do. You don't need to just move the screen from the top. Yeah. Yep. Just get rid of this black area. Yeah. Now, okay. Now, go and hit manual and get it back to automatic. Yeah. Manual and then automatic. So you run now.
Okay.
No, 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 wait, don't get happy. Not now. This is a ghost. This is a ghost image. You didn't do it. This is a ghost. Now, come back to the dynamo again, my friend. That's a ghost. Zoom, zoom, zoom to the last node. Note that it's needs a second input. Hover above the second input. خلي الماوس على الانبوت الثاني. Hover above the second input. No, for the spring node. Zoom to the last node you added. Yeah, that's my man. Yeah. Give it a true. False, sorry. Now automatic. Now it should work. Come on. No. Ah, Jesus. What's happened? Is void? Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's weird. Give me the request control. Give me the request, please. Give me the control. Great. Okay, let me check. What is going on? It's so slow. Okay. So what is this? If I select it, it's still ghost. Absolutely ghost. Okay, so why? The problem is there is no warning, my friend. Look, it's this one. It said has detected conflict between the dependency and may. Okay. Okay, let me do this the old school way. Let's close this dude. Okay. And then close this guy. And then close this guy. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to save my changes. And let's open it again. Let's go to File. Okay, here, New. And Conceptual Mass and Metric. And hit Open. Hit UN for United Nations. And go there and change this to meters. Hit OK. Manage. Dynamo. Put this dude aside. Go back to 3-1. Okay. What is this? The graph contains nodes that reference an outdated Python engine. Okay, I think you installed, or I installed something different from your one. So yeah, that might be the issue. Because let's see. I'll give it a second. Because I still see the running, or is it the internet lagging? I don't know. اعتقد اللي عندي I think the one that I have اعتقد اللي عندي اجدد من اللي عنده the Python node. That's all. So I think you have to install the older one because this one it doesn't fix with the one that he has. But that's not really the way it should. This one is giving us a healthy output. That means everything is okay. So why the null? And that's the solid, and it's completely healthy. Okay, true. Thank you. False. Weird. Weird. Okay, that's I really need to understand why. Nothing here making any sense. This should be as long as this has been created. Okay. So like a boss. Can you go to package? Is this 2022 or 2023? 22. Okay, so the same as I have. Let it sync. Any changes I cannot see, Daniel? Okay, that's weird. Yeah. Now you're gonna say Spring node. Okay, let's download it again. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, I need to uninstall. Okay, continue. What can try? Okay. All right. So you have to do it while you have no nodes here been selected. Okay, Spring form. Okay, I have no idea why that's happening. Yeah, but I think try to close this one, close the file, open a new one, and remove this package. Just go to Package Manager, publish this one, where is it? Yeah, this one, Package Manager, I think. And just make it, where is it? Current. I think we are in it, by the way. You have to uninstall it and then reinstall it again, my friend. And tell me, because I think there is difference in the one that I installed that the one that you have. That's my only logical explanation. But for the time, my friend, so you don't lose the stop participant share. For the time, I'm gonna give you the conceptual mass tower so you don't stop working. Okay, in class, can you have this one, my friend? Can you open it? So at least you can continue with us. For some reason, it's not loading it. Wait a second. Okay, that's weird. Okay, it's been used by me. That's logic. So I'm gonna close my one. Now I will give you a copy of it. So at least when you work, now you can work with me. Don't lose the time. Yep, now it's loading. You get it?
Yes.
Excellent. So take it, open it, so you still be with us. And at home, you can try later on when we finish. You can have a look at what's going on with it. And chat me on WhatsApp. Let me know what happened with you, okay? Cool, no worries. So now we have this. Now we have the conceptual mass running. And as you can see that we don't need Dynamo running anymore. So I will go quickly with applying or changing this into all good. No? Yeah, now yes, right? Excellent. Thank you, Daniel. So I'm going to work out that. That's a conceptual math. That's not what we really need. We really need a project environment tower. So let me show you a quick of tricks that you can do now. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pick the face. I'm just going to pick the tower himself. I'm going to hit divide. And I'm going to go for the U. I'm going to press 73, which is the amount of floors that I have. Assuming that I have one panel at each floor. So the one here to here, that's one floor. That's completely incorrect, I know. But I don't want to kill our laptops with the accuracy. You have to multiply this by 3 or by 4. So at least you have 3 panels per height of a one floor. But for now, for the sake of just doing that, I'm going to assume that the one panel is one floor, all right? Just to show you the technique. You can go ahead and do that later on if you want for a high accuracy, because that's going to make the, or bring the laptop to its knees, and I don't want that. So now I divided the surface. Now I have to apply an adaptive component for it. Let me show you how you can do that. So I'm going to go File, New, and I'm going to go Family, and English, and I'm going to pick this one. It's a metric curtain panel pattern base. I know it's too long. It's too long. It's too long name. Okay, metric curtain panel pattern base. Okay, I bet Ahmed know all about it, and he suffered enough with me. أعتقد أحمد عانيت بما فيه الكفاية. Again, yeah, I'm gonna repeat in Arabic. You have to go here, File, New, وأروح إلى Family وأفتح عائلة الأدابتيف كومبوننت. شلون حمودي؟ سوينا أشياء مرعبة بهاي. So this one. So it's made of grid. This one the grid, which follow the rectangle of pattern. عندك مكونك الأساسي اللي هو الجريد. I'm repeating in Arabic. واللي هو نفسه اللي هنا. أنا استخدمت هنا rectangle. Actually not yet. So I'm gonna pick all of them. Okay. Or later on when you apply it. So this one you can apply for it rectangle. And then choose this one. Apply for it rectangle. أضيف لها النمط الادابتيف كومبوننت مربعات. تقدر تسويها مرة واحدة. يعني غلط اللي دا أسوي هنا. It's waste of time on doing it. But just to explain it for you. So you picked here the pattern rectangle. Now that's why when you come here, make sure that this is rectangle. لما تيجي لعائلة الادابتيف كومبوننت تتأكد إنه هي أيضا مربعة. Now select those lines and go create form. اضغط على solid. Okay. Now it's going to ask you want it to be planar, مجرد سطح, or solid 3D. No, go 3D. Zoom in here. And make this like 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 10 مليمترات. While you are here, مدامك هنا, روح على الماتيريال and change it to glazing, my friend. تعال اختار زجاج. Now you have done the glaze panel. Now, couple of tabs, and then, no. And then you have to go to these eyeglasses here. Yep. And I cannot hide it. Okay, that's scary. So I'm going to select اختارهم كلهم. تعال على الفلتر, go to filter and just remove the adaptive point. شيل أول واحد. Curtain panel. Okay, only curtain panel. بقي هذا. Hit OK. واخفيه. Hide the element. Now, zoom in مرة ثانية. Zoom in again and drop a point on it. And then set the plane. Show the plane. That's the plane of work. هذا مستوى العمل. Set the plane to the perpendicular plane. بحيث مستوى العمل, the active plane will be perpendicular on this dude, on this point. I'm going to take this guy here, the circumscribed polygon, المضلع المتعامد على مركزه, على مركز الضلع, عدد الأضلاع, number of sides 4, and just click on the center, move your hand, let's say, I don't know, zoom, 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 50 or 40. اطفئ الشو because it's now, sorry, اطفئ الشو because now it's really annoying. اختار هذا المرحوم, select this rectangle and select this one, and go ahead, make it solid. So you have now a frame, عندك الإطار, come down to the glasses and reset the temporary height. ارجع رست, شيل عملية الإخفاء. This is your panel. It's made of, change the way you shade it. You have a frame and you have a glass panel. Beautiful. So save this dude. First, you must save. And you have to call it properly AC, not air condition. It's adaptive component. And name it as it is. It's rectangular glass with frame, all right? Please spend some time on the name. It's really important. And then load it into the project, this button. حمل داخل البرودكت. So you're going to jump it and load it in here, in the tower. That's what we want. So load it into the project. Now, technically, nothing happened as it seemed. كظاهريا ما صار شيء. Just remove that, close it, we don't need it. In reality, it's been loaded to the library. اختار السطح, select the surface, you just add rectangle. And if you reselect it again, that's why in the beginning I said there is no need for this step. هذا بالبداية قلت ما في داعي تسويها مرتين بس لأغراض التوضيح. See, now we have adaptive component under the pattern itself. عندنا adaptive component هاي تحت النمط. اختارها. أيوة يا معلم. Nothing happened. Like a boss. I didn't click properly. And now the computer will enter into his own coma. يبدي يدخل الكمبيوتر بالغيبوبة. And no one knows when he's going to wake up. Lots of time, it would be very smart to save before you do this. من الذكاء أنه تخزن قبل ما تسوي الحركة القرعة دي. لأنه احتمال يطلع عندك كراش ويروح كل الشغل بعونه تعالى. Now see this one. Now that's 100% placed properly. The next will be faster, don't worry. الثاني والثالث راح يكونون أسرع. لا تسألني ليش أنا ما أعرف. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Just أول واحد مرعب. Yeah, yeah, true. Dynamo, Revit now understand that the crime you are doing. صحيح. فهم الفولة. Now we have the glass adaptive component added to the conceptual mass. That's excellent what we want. Now in a couple of seconds we are finishing the entire tower. Let's go to the new. روح إلى جديد. Make sure you have architectural metric file. Hit OK. Make sure, my friend, in the UN that you are using also meters. Now go back to the conceptual mass and load it. Load into the project. Now instead of having an ugly conceptual mass by itself, meaning nothing, now you have a Revit project of it. That's the beauty of it. Again, if your laptop is, Ahmed, you know the rest of the story. If you bought it from Nisto, if that laptop is not really, and that's كيف آه، عندك فلوس كارهها, you have some money you want to spend, I will tell you. So look, if you don't have money, and that's normal, all what you have to do is to follow the right thing to be done. Just buy desktop, don't buy laptop. Don't waste your money on a laptop. That's my advice. Now, no, there is. there is. there is a, I disagree with this. You have to have a place for it. And it's cheaper, way much cheaper, especially for the VGA. The video card is really important. And now, it's gonna take a couple of seconds. Try to click, avoid moving the thing, you know, because each time you move, كل ما تتحرك كل ما تسوي بلاوي. Click, and you're gonna wait for another half an hour, don't worry. راح تنتظر نص ساعة ثانية. انت والجهاز تبعك. You and your machine, you and your money, انت وفلوسك, you know, like now the money talks. That's why I didn't want to make 73 multiplied by 3 for each face, if you remember. لهذا ما تسوي الفيس هواية. اعتبرت كل مربعاية هو طابق. أعرف غلط 100%, يعني فاهم غلطي, بس هسه أعتقد عذرتوني. Now you give me the excuse not to make it a realistic 100% division, because the machines, this is very monstrous machine that I have now, and it's almost dying. Excellent. Now don't move the mouse. Do not touch the mouse, because the computer is still on adding more conceptual towers to the project, making the computer slower and slower. الجهاز بعدها في نمط إضافة المزيد من التورات يا حباب. فابعد يدك عن الماوس seriously, وخر يدك من الماوس and hit escape couple of times. Now move your hand. Now go to 3D, and you see now you have a tower. Go to the conceptual mass. روح إلى conceptual mass. Close it. Save. Okay. Save. I already gave it to you, so I don't need it. Now go to shaded, my friend. Now you see what you have. And for some reason I added I add panel in the ground anyway. My bad. Now I'm going to the project browser, go to the elevations. Let's make something useful out of this headache. نسوي شيء مفيد. If I can catch this guy, always make the levels outside the object. On both sides, all right? Don't be lazy. Just move your hand. حرك ايدك level برا. تعال هنا يا بطل. Zoom in. This is 4.2 if you remember from the thing. If you don't see the 4.2, don't freak out. Go to UN and go to length. روح إلى الأرض. تعال على المتر. شوف الديسيمال here, the amount of zeros behind the point. عدد الأصفار أعطيها 2 مشان الكوكب يحبك. Give it 2 decimals. And you're going to see this 4.2, and it should be aligned perfectly with the center of the adaptive component. Right now select this one, اختار اروح الى array مصفوفة خطية. Tell them you're going to add the second one, that's true, and just click on the ground, push your hand up vertically like this, and I think you need to provide something like 72 or 73, I have no idea. And by that you created a 73 levels. My dear friend, see how accurate it is. تبا لتواضعي. You see that's okay. And this one, and if you need that to be touch the top floor, because you're gonna say that at 306 لأن راح تبقى تقول عندك 3 6 أقول لك ولا تزعل. Right here 73. And the last one should be 306.6. أيوة يا معلم. See? Including that the 74th is just a level, not a floor, because this is the floor, which is need 2 levels. So that's what's the point I'm talking about. عندك خطين ليفلين بيناتهم طابق واحد, فانتبه لزيادة الواحد. مو تقول لي هناك انت كاتب 37. أعرف والله. All right, now I have levels, but floor plan, no. Now how you do that is super easy. Go to view. روح إلى الفيو. عندك ليفلات بس ما عندك طوابق ولا بلاناتها, not even plans. Go to view, my friend, plan view, my friend, floor plan, and بضغطة رجل واحد, just make sure that this is selected, hit shift and the last one, and then hit OK. Now Revit will generate for you an automatic section, automatic plan for the 73 plan لل 73 37 مش عارف الرقم. شوف البلانز يا سيد العزيز، كل البلانات بشيء واحد فقط انه مجوفه البلانات. yet we didn't do the flooring. We have planned but no floors. That's big bad thing. And all what you have to do is select the mass again and simply go to mass by floor. Again, the first one. Again with shift the last one and hit OK. And that's a conceptual massing, not real massing. None here. Have I? Really? Okay. أضيع أنا من غيرك. أضيع. Thank you حمودي. Why that's not happen? أيوة. أسئلة آخر زمن يا أحمد. أسئلة آخر زمن. You have to click the tick here. لا تضغط هذا الصح وإلا تتعرض للإحراج اللي أنا فيه. Now see, now we have our floor. Thanks for Ahmed, of course. My protection angel. مو بالكلاس لا فضايح ربك ستر يا. هسه بس احنا على الهواء اكو مليون واحد يتفرج. A million person watching. Now what else Ahmed? Tell me I forgot. من وين؟ All right. Floor by face? No? Yes. Before you click, choose the slab you want, if you want a specific slab, and otherwise just click this one. And now you see this ugliness because you have floor, conceptual floor and real floor. So now it is the time to select the conceptual mass and get rid of it. Don't delete it, please, just hide it. And by that, you're going to see only the Revit tower fully completed within a couple of seconds, couple of minutes. Right? That's the slab exactly here. It's a bit of the slab lower than the panel. That's okay. You can shift the panel down or offset the slab above because that's on the center. That's from the center and going down by the thickness of the slab. إذا شايف هاي التفصيلة لا تنفزع. السبب الحقيقي لأن هذا عرضه 80 مل هذا عرضه 150. أتذكر النقطة. So you have to fix the width or the center for that. Draw it and you understand what I mean. But other than that, it's perfectly correct. And when you go to the levels, لما تروح إلى الطوابق، هذا الطوابق تبعك يا صديقي العزيز. You can go ahead and create your own partitioning or divisions in it. So this is how you can create an entire tower with all its complexity بكل تعقيداته خلال أقل من 30 دقيقة أو 20 دقيقة أو ساعة خلينا نقول. Less than 1 hour, let's say. Everything has been built here properly, 100% accurately. Okay, that's the panels. Of course, if you have better machine إذا جهازك أحسن تقدر تطلع تطبيقات أعلى، تقدر تسوي panels أصعب وأعقد. For the ease, you know, I make one panel for the whole floor, which is wrong, of course. And you get the point, right? I already lost. It's okay, Razan, I understand. I'll give you some referencing for that, so don't worry. So, as a theory, is that understood? كفكرة وصلت الفكرة? I know, as a theory, as a concept, if it's not really, if you couldn't or you feel yourself lost, it's okay, just follow my lead. Just I'm gonna share again. Understand the concept of it. إذا ما فهمت الكونسبت مشكلة، إذا فهمت الكونسبت عادي. But you can go back. There's a guy I know, which is this guy. Just go to him, and go to playlist. And in the playlist, look for Revit. This one. This hamburger. This one. That's what I want. Now go down and in this Revit primary list, in this course, go to this. Making a tower conceptual mass step 1. And it will be me boring you to death with all this detail and how you make, but the beginning is different, you know, like, because I'm not using Dynamo here. I'm just using normal conceptual mass. ده استخدم الconceptual mass هنا. This is the mass. That's how you add the pattern to it and the division. The next one, in Thani, it can teach you how to do the adaptive component, this hexagonal system. And that's a step by step how to do it. خطوة بخطوة شلون تسوون البانل. Okay. الفريم والزجاج. Both frame and the panel. And then how you apply it. شلون تضيفيها للconceptual mass design. And then how you load it. Step by step that I have done. You'll find it here. So have a look at those videos in detail. And then how you make levels, and how you make conceptual floors, and how you make real floors, and how you make plans. All this here. Mainly between 1 and 2. Don't go 3. It's going to be scary. راح اروح الى 3 راح تصير مرعبة. راح اسوي قشرة متحركة. It's moving parametric shell. Don't go 3. It's going to be terrifying, I know. So there. That's the tower, okay? إذا تريدين مصدر تقرين عليه أو you have something to sharpen up, here it is. It's available all here. Just go to the playlist. Don't go to the video by video. And choose 1 and 2. Have a look at Tower 1 and Tower 2. This one. Okay, guys. So I wanted to show you that, you know, before we have a look at, you know, before we ending this day, if you want, if you want, I have another image. If you want, I can explain it for you tomorrow. That actually allow non-uniform deformation. يسمح بإحداث عملية تغيير غير منتظمة. لأن التويست العادي ممل. هذا شوف الديفورميشن المختلف. That's a different way of deformation. I think I already done that. So if I close all that, if I may close all those, even without saving, I don't need any saving here. So okay, I'm gonna go. What is this? Okay, I'm gonna open. I'm gonna go for a new architectural templates. Okay, and I'm gonna change. راح اختار اغير الاحداثيات. افتح فايل جديد. غير الاحداثيات الى متر. And then open Dynamo. I can show you this quickly, and you can. I can also send you the script to solve it. We are on day 3, so this is like it's like 4 or 5 videos and different types of complexity. Shame, at this point, can we still make changes in Dynamo after drafting all plans? No. The answer is no, Shame. You have the ability to change in Dynamo, and you have the ability to change that back into the conceptual mass automatically. And then the conceptual mass can be loaded into the project environment. And in the project environment, you have to go and click automatic update to the conceptual mass. That's yes. This technique is the old technique and the painful technique, which really need you to create the geometry. يحتاجك تخلق الشكل بالريفت in Dynamo, and then send it to the conceptual mass. وبعدين ترسل conceptual mass. Then you have to send it from conceptual mass to Revit, which is 2-step. ترجع in Arabic بعد ما تخلقه بالconceptual mass ترجع تحمله داخل البروجكت environment. I will show you tomorrow the updated strong technique التقنية الأحدث, which directly making Dynamo generate elements, Revit elements, directly in Revit. It doesn't need Revit project environment. تخلق مباشرة in Arabic, تخلق مباشرة أجسام داخل البروجكت environment without the need to use conceptual mass. من غير ما أنت تحتاج أن تستخدم conceptual mass. 2 different methods, each has its own powerful and each has its own use, and I will show you next day, tomorrow إن شاء الله. راح أراويكم كيفية عملية الترحيل المباشر من الداينامو مباشرة إلى الريفت without Dynamo. The other method is yes. Whatever you change in Revit, whatever will change in whatever you change in Dynamo, it will be changed in the Revit project environment. So for this one, not really yes. You have to do a couple of extra things. The one next that I'm going to show you next day, it is 100% yes, my friend. Okay? Is that clear, Shane?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, Dean. So have a look at this quickly just to understand. This is, we call it bias deformation. bias deformation is very famous. You're going to need to use something called Math.RemapRange. If you are not really comprehended by yourself, I can explain it to you tomorrow with a Math.Sin deformation. Those two dudes will allow you simply to create, if you put 0, then it will be a normal non-deformation. But when you deform, لما تبدي تشوه, the twist is not uniform. عملية التشويه ليست منتظمة. This is a sine wave deformation, we call it. And that's with a 50 degree, 50 درجة, تشويه بدالة الساين. I can show you the deformation with cosine if you want. And you can see that's a 200 degree sine wave deformation. And that's a 360 or something close to 360. That's a 360 sine wave deformation. And you can see that the upper part, the الجزء العلوي, are actually deformed and twist less than the lower part. And that's what happened in lots of biological deformation. And that can create much more realistic deformation. Can you give us? Yes, of course, I'll send you the format. I do prefer and I do advise, because this is very basic. The advanced one is very basic, to be honest. If you want to see scarier thing, again, go to this guy. Okay, go to playlist. And in the playlist, go to, boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Hang on a second. I forgot. That was 3 years ago. There is this one, and no, I'll go to this one anyway. Yeah, go down here. If you go here, you will find the 4 towers starting from twist, normal twist, this one. So in this one, I'm explaining for you normal twist, which is the one that I explained today, this one. If you click the second one, you will see the sine wave deformation. That's the sine wave deformation concept. The other one and the one after are the really interesting one, because you can make a bias distortion between sine and cosine. Here things getting really ugly, تبي المسألة تصير شريرة. تقدر تخلي deformation up, you can make the deformation upward. تقدر تخلي تشوه أعلى, cosine deformation, أو تخليه أسفل, أو تحول بينهم, or you switch between them, fade between them, we call it. So it's multi-side or bidirectional bias deformation for the twist factor only. This is a cosine deformation. Sine deformation is explained in the other one, but I need to show you the one that actually can control the bias function. I don't know if it's in this one. Yeah, this one bias, see? So when you take it to the left, it pushes the deformation to down. When you take it to the right, it's going to push it to the other side of the deformation. Have a look at it. It's a bit nasty code. You can have a look at it. شوية مزعجة. But you can do it. Have a look. I don't know why my hand is stuck here. Move it that way. Okay. Yeah, see? When you push the bias in the minus direction, and that can be explained for you also. The other one is we call it limit deformation, limit bias deformation. That's another thing. That's a scary one, honestly. If you ever work with 3D Studio Max, إذا اشتغلت على 3D Studio Max موجودة ضمن modifier اسمه twist, نفسها هي أنا برمج لك إياها. I'm programming it. The limit bias deformation means يعني إنه عملية التشوه ما تبدأ من البداية ومن النهاية. ما تكون قصرية. The deformation process doesn't force to be from the beginning to the end. And I can show you this quickly. That it's actually starts in the beginning. I don't know why it's not yet. Yeah, see? Actually the beginning, let's say you pick 20%, تختار أول 20% وآخر 20% ما بيها تشوه. It has no deformation. And then deformation happens in between. And it's bias or not bias, uniform or not uniform. منتظم لو لا, شاذ لو لا, أو بأي اتجاه شذوذ. لاحظ. Sine wave deformation, non-limited for 40 or 30%. have a look. If you want, have a look at those 4 videos. They are, what we explained today, and another 3 lectures only specifically for the twist towers deformation. I think I was the first to publish it at that time on YouTube. So have a look at, and also completing it. And so have a look at this, my friends, for a reference. Okay, and if you want the picture, I don't know who asked for it. I'm more than happy to share it. Let me stop sharing, and I'll drop the, I think this one, the sine wave deformation. That's the result. That's the steps for it. I really need you guys to show me this one at least. If you fail to do the adaptive component, I really don't care about it, but I really care about the dynamo parts of it. So I'm really expecting next lecture to show me something, because lots of people didn't show me yet something. So guys, please show me what you do. Have a look at the advanced deformation. At least bring me the next lecture the advanced deformation towers. And please go ahead, حاولوا شباب أن تستخدمون advanced deformation. I'm repeating in Arabic. And also create other options, other shapes. Change the heights. غيروا أشكال أخرى، غيروا احتمالات أخرى، غيروا الارتفاعات. Make it like Daniel, not rectangle. Make it not square. Make it rectangle, and see the shapes that you can get. Okay. And please make the sine wave deformation. سوي التشويهات البرم اللي تتبع دالة الساين, and give it back to me next day. All right, guys. Any question before we close? أي سؤال يا شباب قبل ما ننتهي من اليوم؟ Yes, no. Allah يعافيك. Thank you very much. So see you tomorrow again at 6 p.m. Don't forget, please, 6 p.m. And tomorrow, inshallah, will be our last day. Thank you very much for attending today, and have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Razan. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Thanks to everyone.